are very welcome to the Kildare Comeback Festival 2021. And on this week, as the meadows and woodlands turn to gold, we have harvest aplenty of homegrown goodness here in the land of the lily white. So in spite of the blight of COVID-19 and the restrictions put on live performances, our immense local talent have continued their own work. This week, you're going to be treated to a broad range of genres, from the familiar to the comfortable to that which will challenge us. But either way, you're going to love it. This will be a series of broadcasts performed in front of live audiences of 50 people. In order to be able to indulge ourselves fully in the best of Kildare's musical talent, there are a number of people we need to thank. The Davis Events Agency, in partnership with Kildare County Council, and the Department of Tourism, Culture, Art, the Gaeltacht Sport and Media's Live Performance Programming Support Scheme. I'm here in St David's Church in Naas, County Kildare, for the Kildare Comeback Festival 2021, and I'm so proud of the amazing lineup we have this week. This next artist is someone I've been a huge fan of for as long as I can remember, and I'm so delighted to have been able to hear her beautiful new album, Getting Comfortable with Uncertainty, that was released this year. Megan O'Neill!
Hello!
Hey. Come here, I feel very seen just by the title of the album.
Oh, stop. So many people have said that to me, and it wasn't even a COVID thing.
Was going to be my first question.
Yeah, I decided on that like way before COVID, and then everyone was like, obviously that's got to do with the last 18 months. And I was like, no, the album was supposed to come out a long time ago.
Well, see, we met so long ago, and you've made huge moves in your career. So I suppose you've been getting comfortable with uncertainty for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm still trying, I think, though. It's not the kind of thing I don't think we're ever completely comfortable with the unknown. And we've had so much of that in the last year and a half as well, that it's kind of hit home more so. Like, as musicians, you're used to the unknown anyway in a lot of what you're doing, and you're not really sure what your next year is going to look like. But this has been a whole other level. And yeah, but that album was written in a time where I was moving a lot, and I was moving home from London, and there was a lot of change going on. So for me, it kind of felt like a perfect thing that I was striving for, more so than I had achieved yet.
And it's so vulnerable as well, because I think we do sometimes. Now, you're a very honest performer and writer, but I think we so often try and act like, well, I certainly do, try and act like I'm a bit more able for it and a bit tougher than I actually am. So it's a pretty vulnerable thing to put out there.
I think we all do, and we're all trying, even now, getting back to this new normal way of doing things, we're all trying to be like, we're great with everything. And sure, before I was on tour there a few weeks ago, and I was like having a panic attack before having to work out all the logistics again. So we all definitely put on a bit of a brave face. And for me, a lot of these songs were written in that period of time where I was trying to figure a lot of stuff out, and did feel really vulnerable. There was definitely a lot of songs where I was like, ooh, do I want to open up that can of worms and put it out? But then I just felt like, if you can't be vulnerable as an artist, we're all going through the same thing at various degrees and, various levels. So if you can't put it out there, nobody's going to be able to relate to that, in the same way. So.
And just as an example of, and you're probably sick of talking about Nashville at this stage, but in between your two albums, there's obviously been a huge shift in your style, and I love it. But your kind of folk Americana style, you do brilliantly. It's beautiful. You've gone in a slightly different direction. Was there a turning point, an obvious one, or did it kind of just gravitate towards a bit more of a pop sound?
Yeah, I think it was something I'd wanted to do for ages, and this happens to loads of musicians who make one EP and then everyone's like, well, this is the genre she will be forever. And you're like, oh God, that's not what that was kind of one little phase.
Yeah.
And it bled into other stuff that I was doing. And don't get me wrong, I love so much of Americana and folk and country, and I think when it comes to my own songwriting, stories will always be the most important thing. And I get that from those genres. Like, song has to have a really strong story. But yeah, with the new album, I was like, I'm gonna just do what I want. And even more so with this new stuff which you'll hear tonight, oh my God, we've gone way more into that kind of pop electronic, I suppose just loads more of layers of that. And that's where we've got new stuff coming out next year, and that's where that's all going. So it's really exciting to explore new sounds and be comfortable in the uncertainty of exploring those new sounds, because there was definitely taking a bit of time over the last year and a half not playing gigs, I sat back and I was like, okay, what kind of music do I actually want to make? Even though totally changing tune on that means I have to reinvent a live setup and I have to work with different people and I have to totally revamp what I can do as a live artist. But that's exciting.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
The idea of holding yourself back from that. We're in such a, the music industry is a difficult business. We both know this very well. But the privilege of being able to explore different sides of art is an incredible thing.
Incredible.
And it'd be crazy to stop yourself doing that because you feel you've put yourself in a box.
Well, that's the thing, and I think for years I was still figuring a lot of that stuff out, don't get me wrong, but there was definitely a feeling that I had to stay in a lane because that's where I started and that's what people would expect. And having the, time we've all had to just reflect and be like, screw it, I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and there will be a whole new audience for that. That hopefully there'll still be the audience that like what I do now, but there'll be also a whole new audience for that too.
Well, you're so right. The stories are the stories are the crux of it, and you're just telling them in a slightly different style, I guess.
Yeah.
And what about, so you've had some pretty major, you had like a couple of major support tours before lockdown. I think Jamie Cullum was your kind of closest one before.
It was like 3 days, I think, before we did the Board Gosh, and then there was a lot of like rumblings about COVID then.
Yeah.
And different countries starting to shut down. I'm sure we all thought about 2 weeks off.
Which I didn't think I'd survive.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I'm doing 2 weeks. Yeah.
But I remember doing that gig and driving home and being like, oh yeah, sure, it'll be grand. And then that was a Monday, I think, and that Thursday we were all shut down completely. So.
And you've got this tour coming up in November.
Yeah.
Seeing some dates are already sold out.
Yeah.
How exciting.
So we've got 3 Irish shows and then over to the UK for I think 7, which is great. And I just did Germany there just a few weeks ago, and that's, it's nice to be getting, as weird as it is to be doing it all again, it's really nice to just, all the logistics around it can be really stressful at the moment with COVID, but once you're actually on the stage, you're like, oh, great.
And you remember why we do it.
Yeah.
Why we suffer it.
Yeah. Why have I just gotten up at 6 a.m. and travelled all the way here? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you have the wonderful Paul Kenny with you for this show tonight.
Yeah. And he's adding a lot of serious, new vibes. So it's
Beautiful.
as if I'm opening for myself tonight because I'm doing the first half by myself. And it's actually going to be I'm a bit nervous about it because it's the new
God,
sound.
I miss being a bit nervous.
Yeah.
I miss being a bit nervous.
I'll give you some of mine.
Yes, I'll take some.
But I'm doing the first half kind of like I've always done. And then it's like bridging this new style into the set today. So I'm kind of doing the first half by myself, and then Paul's coming up and adding his genius to all these songs.
Little PlayStation.
Little PlayStation.
Yeah. Listen, Megan, I'm so happy to see you again. I can't wait to see your performance tonight. And congratulations on your amazing album. Have a deadly show.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Hello, everybody, and I'm sorry for interrupting such a wonderful song. That was bad timing. My name's May Kay, and I'm the host of the Kildare Comeback Festival this week, which is a huge privilege. We've had an amazing week so far, and it's just been a real honour to have the amazing talent that we have in Kildare on this show this week. And thank you to Davis Events Agency for having me. Also Kildare County Council, Kildare Culture, and the Department of Tourism, the Gaeltacht Sport... No, hang on. Tourism, Culture, Art, the Gaeltacht Sport and Media as part of the Live Performance Support Scheme. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind clapping that. That's my party piece now, and you mightn't think it's cool, but I think it's really cool, and it doesn't come easy, so thank you for that. Our act on tonight is an incredible woman. I've been a fan of hers for years. She's had a really, really varied, wonderful career, has really put herself out there in so many ways, and her wonderful music has taken her all over the world. And she's already sold out some dates on her tour coming up this November, and she's someone that we should really, really support. She's a really incredible person. I'm a huge fan. So we're really honoured to have her here tonight before she does go out on that big tour. It's a lovely thing to have her in her own home county. So please give a huge round of applause for the wonderful Megan O'Neill.
So how's everybody doing? I'm very good. Very, very good. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Last time I was in here was a few years ago, which feels mad because it was only just right before the pandemic, so it doesn't actually feel like it. should have been quite that long ago. But we were in here with a full room. It was a glorious night. And tonight's gonna be even better. Not just a pretty face. All right, so, ready to go now? Woo! So I'm going to start with a song of mine. It was on the album that came out this year, and it's called Strangers Before We Met. And I love the sentiment behind this song because it's the fact that everybody's a stranger to you before you say hello. Thank you. Thanks very much. It's always nice to get the first one over and done with. All right, so I've been joking all afternoon that I'm basically opening for myself because I'm up here, I'm gonna do a few songs by myself, and then we're gonna take a little break, and then Paul's gonna come up and join me, and the second half is this much bigger sound. So I'll be able to make a joke like, lads, wait till you hear the headline, she's really good. So this next song is one that I wrote quite a while ago now, a few years ago. And the title of the song is Winter Sun. And I wrote it when I was still living in London, because every time I came back to Ireland, it was kind of like this safe haven and this safe place that I could just properly feel safe, really. Feel secure and feel supported, which I never totally felt in London. So, but it's written from a perspective that it could be about anybody in your life kind of being that safe haven for you. So this one is called Winter Sun.
Snow is falling fast, rivers frozen still, heading home at last. It's been a long, long, lonely year. Looking for the truth, fell so many times. But coming back to you, that is what brings me back to life. When I'm cold or when I'm frozen, take my hands, 'cause when you hold them, you melt away the winter. You know that when I'm with you, I can grow and shadows fade. Now that I know I'm not afraid, 'cause when I'm with you, a new day has begun. You're my winter sun. Even through the clouds, I still know you're there, ready to come out after the storm has passed. When I'm cold or when I'm frozen, take my hands, 'cause when you hold them, you melt away the winter. You know that when I'm with you, I can grow and shadows fade. Now that I know I'm not afraid, 'cause when I'm with you, a new day has begun. You're my winter sun, warming me, calling me home. 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 When I'm cold or when I'm frozen, take my hands, 'cause when you hold them, you melt away the winter. You know when I'm with you, I can grow and shadows fade. Now that I know I'm not afraid, 'cause when I'm with you, a new day has begun. You're my winter sun.
Thank you. So, has anyone seen the Netflix series Firefly Lane? Okay, thank God, because I was just in Germany for a week of shows, and every time I asked that question, the whole room just stared back at me blankly. And I was like, really? Come on, people, you're ruining my backstory to this next song. So this series, which you've thankfully all seen, this next song that I'm about to play you is featured in episode 1 of the show. And it's funny because it's something that I was approached by the creators of the show to do a female version of this song, which is Jim Crochet's Time in a Bottle. And you get approached for these things all the time. And you're like, right, I'm just going to throw my name in the hat. I'll do my version of it and see what happens. But you're very aware you're usually up against, maybe 100 to 500 other artists at any point. So it's a bit of a lottery. But on this particular occasion, they chose this version that I did with the lovely Mark Kaplis. So this is my take and our take. He produced the version you'll hear online of Jim Crochet's Time in a Bottle. How we all doing? Are we good? I literally can't see any of you. I can't see a thing. So I hope you're good. How many people have been going to a few of these types of gigs, or is this your first? What? Whoa. I was talking to Tony earlier and we were joking that I feel like I've done all of these ones. I feel like I've done all the all the ones around Kildare. But most of them haven't been with an audience, so it's really, really nice to be back with people in the room, even though I can't see any of you, but I know you're there. So thanks so much for coming out. The next song I'm going to play is called Ireland. And this one is one that I wrote when I was living away. It's actually the one and only song that has ever made one of my brothers cry. And they're all here tonight, so I won't tell you which one. They're all whispering to themselves. They're going, was it you? So, yeah, I lived away from Ireland for a good 7 years, and there were loads and loads and loads of great times in there. But I think when I left, I kind of had, actually, Mum and I were only talking about it the other day, because she was saying, you always couldn't wait to get out of Ireland, Megan. And I couldn't. Do you know, I was like going off to college, and I couldn't wait to move and travel and go play songs abroad. And then the more time that I was away, I'd have these regular trips that I'd come home from London, and I just hated leaving. Every time I had to get back on the flight to London, I just hated it. And I missed all the little things. You know, I missed going across the road to the pub and everyone, you know, whips a fiddle out of their bag and you've got a sing-song going, and, you know, people on the streets. Like when I released my album this March, people actually called to the front door to buy a copy. Like that would never happen anywhere else. And I love that. So this song is a bit of a love song to Ireland.
I know you get colder in the winter. I remember that snow like it was yesterday. Every year we're both getting older. I thought I'd be back to you by now, but I'm still on my way. There's a saying, isn't there? Home is where the heart is, but I swear every part of me is there. So I'll take your rain instead of sun, the green of your hills and the summer that never lasts long, the way you've made the whole world fall in love with your dance and your song. And I've only learned to love you now that I am gone. Ireland, you're my home. Ireland, you're my home. I'm sitting by an open fire, just talking, telling tales and singing Tried all night, with an open bottle and warm hearts all around me, walking home in the rain, in the half light. There's a saying, isn't there? Home is where the heart is, but I swear every part of me is there. So I'll take your rain instead of sun, the green of your hills and the summer that never lasts long, the way you've made the whole world fall in love with your dance Ireland, you're my home. Ireland, you're my home. Home. Ireland, you're my home. Ireland, you're my home. Thank you very much. So I've just got one more for you as the opening act. And then Megan O'Neill with a fuller sound will be coming on. So, so yeah, this is great. It's really nice to be back, playing some shows. It's scary, let me tell you. I think we've all gotten used to, you know, a different way of living now, and this is, even though we've all been dying to get back to it for ages, don't get me wrong, it's still like, it's a new thing to get back to it all over again, you know. But it's fantastic, and I'm so grateful to be here tonight, playing some songs for you all, and trying to tune this guitar. I said that I was going to have some jokes prepared for the tuning stages, and I have nothing. Oh no, I have one. Okay. What? I always get them wrong. What did the fish say when he swam into the wall? Damn. It's literally all I've got for you. All right, so I'm going to finish this first half on a cover. This is a Bruce Springsteen song. It's one of my favourite songs. So if you know it, actually this can be your audition, because there's probably going to be some singing sections in the next, you know, when the headline comes on. So if we could just test out the vocals on this one, that'd be great. And you're all going to know it anyway, so you might as well just go for it. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you. I'm going to take about 10 minutes after this, and then I'm going to come back on with the lovely Paul Kenny. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away leaving you all alone? Got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Don't be shy. Tell me, pretty baby, is he good to you? Can he do to you the things that I do? And I wanna take you high. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head, and you cool my desire. Oh, I'm on
Thank you very much. See you in a few minutes. We're back. Aaron, what was that? Anybody have any more jokes while I have a little tune to do here? Paul, come on.
What's the difference between a drummer and a large pizza? A large pizza can feed a family of 4. There you go. Thanks very much. All right.
Oh, Paul Kenny, everybody. Oh. So Paul and I have just started revamping some of these songs together, which has been really fun. I've wanted to move more of a pop direction for a while, I guess you could say. And the new stuff coming out next year is pretty different. So I feel like tonight, actually, you are the first audience to hear any of these new arrangements, which I'm really excited about. These new sounds and what we're working on for next year, the new songs that are going to be coming out are a world apart. Why aren't you in tune? There we go. Okay. So I feel like with I'm on Fire, it was an unfair audition. So how would you feel about a little bit of singing this time? Tumbleweed.
Come on. Just a little bit.
We're just going to make you do it anyway. Like, I've got a family down there who all bar 2 are really good. So lads, come on, okay? I'm going to sing it first, and then Paul's going to carry it through both of the verses, so you'll be able to follow him when I move on to something else. And he's going to nail it, so that means I'm expecting all of you guys to as well. This should have known better.
Empty bottle of gin. I should have known better. I should have tried harder. I should have held tighter. Thoughts thrown on the tracks can only go forward, 'cause I'm not going back. I should have known better. I should have tried harder. I should have held tighter. No.
we definitely have a few singers out there, lads. Could hear yous. So yeah, all these songs are off of the album that I put out in March. They're just bridging the gap between, I feel like, what that album was, which was more kind of folky, into where I'm going now, which has got much more of Paul Kenny vibes over it.
Sorry.
He doesn't realise now, but he's got himself a permanent position.
Just come in and ruin the church gigs, you know. That's the
Come in and make it less churchy. So this next one is called Rootless. All right.
I can't stay here on solid ground. It's too deep to dig, and the winter's coming round. So I'm running out of reason to run, and I'm running out of season to grow. There must be a demon I know who's got an empty seat, yeah. So let's go, 'cause I'm rootless, you know. Let the wind take me there. Like snow in summer, I don't belong anywhere. I'm not lost, not erased, but my roots can't be traced. I'll never stay in one place for long enough. I'm rootless. Running out of reason to stay. It's funny how time makes us wait. There must be a demon to say I've got an empty seat. Yes, I do. Let the wind take me there. Like snow in summer, I don't belong anywhere. I'm not lost, not erased, but my roots can't be traced. I'll never stay in one place for long enough. I'm rootless. I'm rootless. I'm Thank you.
How we doing, lads? All G. Bit of a difference from the first set. This next one is called Sometimes I Learn.
is when I'm failing. That's okay, I can take it. When I'm failing, that's okay, I can take it. I just gotta wait my turn, 'cause sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I'll learn. Sometimes I'll learn. I just gotta wait my turn, 'cause sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I'll win. Sometimes I'll win, and sometimes I'll learn. At least the ringtone was in key. Thank you. It would have been really awkward if it was out of key, you know. Okay. Oh no, we're not doing that one. Okay. This next one is one I wrote with my friend Katie Ray in London, and it's actually on the album as a duet between myself and Joe Dunwell, who's one of the producers of the album. So this one is called Break Hearts. Keep falling in love with the idea of us. Let's try to forget, but you keep bringing it up. And it's not the words you say, it's the feeling you give me, can't forget. Why do I want it so much? And I've got his picture as the background on my phone. I shouldn't consider what I want when we're alone. I don't wanna break hearts, don't wanna be the one who messes up for the sake of. Just maybe this could be real love we're feeling right now. But I don't know how I could break hearts, don't wanna be responsible for the breakup. 'Cause maybe this could be real love, but we'll never see. 'Cause we're too afraid to break hearts. Keep losing my mind, these games we play. You sit a little too close, but I don't move away. And it's not the way you stare, but the moment our eyes catch, we're stranded there. You look away too fast, and I've got his picture as the background on my phone. I shouldn't consider what I want when we're alone. I don't wanna break hearts, don't wanna be the one who messes up for the sake of. 'Cause maybe this could be real love we're feeling right now. But I don't know how I could break hearts, don't wanna be responsible
Thank you very much. Sorry, I feel like I pushed that a lot. So, we've just got another 2 songs for you, which kind of feels nuts, but we were saying before, what did you say, Rob? It'd be gone in a blink. And that's exactly true. But I just want to say a huge thanks to everybody who has helped to put this together, and who has had us here tonight. Tony, who's somewhere here, I would assume, and Paul and Laura and Rob, who's down on sound, and Greg, who's on video, Paul, who's here beside me. Thank you all so much for making us sound and look class. Haven't seen the video yet, but I've heard good reports, so. Thanks so much, and thanks to all of you for coming out. This has been really fun. So this next song is called Underrated. This one is a little bit of a middle finger to the music industry. How can I paint a picture when the paint has run dry? When the space is on the canvas, leave me asking why. From the outside looking in, I know the walls are wearing thin, it's just a matter of time. But the wall that casts the shadow is the one that's always harder to climb. Harder to climb. Don't underrate me. I know that I can carry my own as long as it takes me. I'm not afraid to go it alone. Thank you so much. Now, lads, I don't have an encore, so just if you were going to ask for one, that was very presumptuous of me, wasn't it? Obviously, you're going to want to hear more, so. But let's just take this one as the encore, because this is the last song of the night.
We've been off stage, you've come back.
Yeah, the support act, wasn't she great? So we're going to finish on a song called Fire with Fire. And this one I wrote a little bit about women competing with other women, but not necessarily in a healthy way. I think you can get a lot of that in the creative arts and in life in general. But you can get a lot of it in music. And it's unnecessary because there's room for everybody. So we're going to finish on this song. Thank you so much. Also, I meant to mention May Kay as well. I can't see where she is, but thanks so much for hosting tonight as well. It was lovely to see you again. And yeah, we're going to finish on this song. Thank you all. This is Fire with Fire. Everything that you do, I see where this is going. Now we are fighting fire with fire, always ends with a burn. See your dress getting tighter, will you ever learn, ever learn? I'll be here on the sidelines, just waiting my turn. I'd rather fail than be running, running. I'd rather let it go than be running. Thank you. Paul Kenny, everybody! Thank you so much.
Oh my God. You very, very rarely get an artist come on stage and actually let you see their progression throughout their 2 albums. That was absolutely incredible. And it just got better and better, didn't it? Let's hear it again from Megan O'Neill. Wow. And they make it look so easy as well. I'm furious. Let's give it up for a supportive family as well. Where would we be without them? I think I know which one got emotional as well. I was trying to decide, but I think I know. I'm only messing. Normalize men getting emotional. It's fine. You should all be getting emotional. Thank you all so much. That was such a special performance. We've missed the live music, haven't we? So it's so wonderful to have it back. Thanks to Davis Events for making that possible. Thank you all for being here. Get home safely. We'll see you soon. Let's hear it again for Megan O'Neill.